Good morning friends, welcome back to Relief Tutorials. In the previous lecture we have seen three chemical properties of metals. First we have seen chemical reaction of metal with oxygen when burnt in air. Second we have seen reaction of metals with water. And third we have seen chemical property or chemical reaction of metal with acid. And now the fourth chemical property, how metal reacts with the solution of other metal. Reaction of metal with solution of other metal. This reaction is commonly known as displacement reaction that we have seen in chapter number 1. Displacement reaction, when more reactive metal reacts with solution of less reactive metal, more reactive metal displaces less reactive metal from its solution. But for that you have to remember the reactivity series of metal. Reactivity series of metal, that which metal is more reactive and which one is less. For that we have a series starting from potassium is more highest reactive metal, then sodium, then calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc, ferrous, tin, lead, then nascent hydrogen means single atom of hydrogen, copper, mercury, silver, gold and platinum. Potassium, sodium, calcium, these are highly reactive metals. Magnesium, aluminium, zinc like substance are called as moderate reactive metals. Iron, tin, lead are called as less reactive metals, even copper. Silver, mercury, gold, platinum are least reactive metals. In that, gold and platinum are specially called as non-reactive metals. They are also called as noble metals. So when highly reactive metal is added to the solution of less reactive metal, when more reactive metal is added to solution of less reactive metals, then the more reactive metal will go in the solution and the less reactive metal will be displaced out. So now the solution will be of what? It forms solution of more reactive metal and less reactive metal will be displaced out. We can have some examples. The very famous example that when copper sulfate solution, the solution of less reactive metals here, and if you add iron strip in that, then what happens? Fe is, as we see here, Fe is more reactive. In the reactivity series, it is clearly seen that Fe is more reactive than copper. The solution of Fe is formed as FeSO4 and copper liberated. These examples we have seen in chapter number 1. So for detail, you can refer chapter number 1, the topic single displacement reaction and double displacement reaction. Here we are going to take some 2 or 3 examples only. Consider again CuSO4 copper sulfate solution, and if you add zinc in that, then it forms zinc sulfate ZnSO4 and copper again liberated. Thus, less reactive metal always get displaced from by more reactive metal. For example, let us say solution of silver nitrate AgNO3, and if you add copper in that, the solution is of silver here in the reactivity series and copper is added. So copper is more reactive than silver, so copper will displace silver. Here silver is 1 plus, NO3 is 1 minus, and copper normally behaves as 2 plus. So copper will react with NO3 2 minus, so it forms 2 will be given to NO3. So CuNO3 twice and silver liberated. Let us make the equation balanced. Silver atom 1 on the left hand side, silver atom 1 on the right hand side. NO3 is only 1 time here and here 2 times, so we can add 2 and 2 here and the equation is balanced. So these are the very simple examples of displacement reactions. We have some questions on page number 46 from your textbook. Take out your textbook. The questions are based on the topics we have seen up to here. Page number 46. The first question is, why is sodium kept immersed in kerosene oil? So I think in the previous sessions we have discussed that sodium is highly reactive metal. You can see here also, sodium is highly reactive metal, so it reacts vigorously. So what you will add in the answer of the first question, that sodium metal is highly reactive, so it reacts vigorously. Vigorously means what? It liberates energy in the very short interval of time, and this energy will be sufficient to catch fire to the hydrogen liberated during the reaction. So sodium, so what the final answer? Listen to me. Sodium metal is so reactive that it reacts vigorously with the oxygen in the open air. To protect it from the reaction with oxygen, it is kept in the kerosene oil. Second question, write the equations for the reactions of iron with steam. We have seen already before this. Look at here in one of the lecture. Iron with steam, Fe reacts with water vapor. Water vapor means steam. So when iron reacts with steam, because iron and aluminium are seems to be less reactive metal, so they form metallic oxide and hydrogen gas liberated. So look at here the final result. This is the answer. When iron reacts with steam, this will be the formation. It forms Fe3O4. It's one of the oxide of iron and hydrogen gas liberated. The name of this is ferroferric oxide. Okay, second is calcium and potassium with water. Calcium and potassium with water. So look at this, calcium and potassium in the same topic. Calcium and potassium reacts with cold, calcium reacts with hot water and potassium reacts with cold water, and the product, these are the two answers. The product is its hydroxide. The product is their hydroxide, potassium hydroxide and calcium hydroxide, and hydrogen gas liberated. So all the things we have covered already. Now question number 3. Samples of 4 metals A, B, C and D. Look at the textbook page number 46. Everybody please. Let me show you here also. Samples of 4 metals A, B, C and D were taken and added to the following solution one by one. The results obtained have been tabulated as follows. Look at this. This is the question still. Metals are A, B, C, D. 4 metals are there. Iron sulfate. When metal A is added to iron sulfate. When metal A is added to iron sulfate, but before that let me clear one more thing before going towards that question. If I say like this, what happened in this reaction? ZnSO4 plus copper. This is the solution of zinc and copper is added. As per the reactivity series, copper is less reactive than zinc. So what do you think? Is copper able to displace zinc from the solution? Obviously not. So in this case, there is no reaction occurs. So less reactive metal can never displace highly reactive metals. So here in the first observation, when metal A is added to iron sulfate, no reaction occurs. So it means A is less reactive than iron. Metal A is less reactive than iron. One observation. Let us tick mark or let us note down the observations. A is less reactive than iron. Then A is added to copper sulfate, and here it is given that the displacement occurs. So A is displacing copper means A is more reactive than copper. A is more reactive than copper. A is not added to zinc sulfate and not added to silver nitrate. Then B. When B is added to iron sulfate, it is given that a displacement occurs. It means B is more reactive than iron. B is more reactive than iron. When it is not added to copper sulfate, B is added to zinc sulfate, no reaction. B is added to zinc sulfate, no reaction means B is less reactive than zinc. B is less reactive than zinc. C metal, when added to iron sulfate, no reaction. When added to copper sulfate, no reaction. When added to zinc sulfate, no reaction. When added to silver nitrate, displacement occurs. So C is more reactive than silver but less reactive than iron, copper and zinc. So C is more reactive than silver but less reactive than iron, copper and zinc. What about D? D when added to iron sulfate, no reaction. D when added to copper sulfate, no reaction. D when added to zinc sulfate, no reaction. Silver nitrate, no reaction. So D is least reactive out of these all. So D is less reactive than iron, copper, zinc and even silver. These are observations, and now the questions. Look at the question number 1 given to you in your textbook. Which is the most reactive metal out of these all? So I think B is the most reactive metal because B is reactive than Fe. B is less, A is less reactive than Fe. C is less reactive than Fe. Only B is more reactive. So B is the most reactive metal. Second question, what would you observe when B is added to solution of copper sulfate? Here according to table, B is even more reactive than Fe. And in the series, Fe is obviously much more reactive than copper. So if B is able to displace Fe, it is obviously able to displace copper. So if the first answer is B, second question is that what would you observe if B is added to solution of copper sulfate, then what would happen? B displaces copper and it forms the solution of B and copper will be liberated. So BSO4 means solution of metal B is formed and copper is displaced. Third question is there. Arrange the metals A, B, C, D in the order of decreasing reactivity. The most reactive metal we have observed is B. Okay, then it would be C. Sorry, I think it should be A. B is most reactive, then A, and then C, and D is the least reactive metal. So this is the arrangement of metals according to decreasing reactivity. Then question number 4, page number 46, blue color question. Please read the question. Which gas is produced when dilute hydrochloric acid is added to reactive metal? Dilute hydrochloric acid added to one of the reactive metal. As we know that when any metal reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid, it forms metal will react with chlorine, so it forms metallic chloride and hydrogen gas liberated. So when any metal reacts with acid, which gas is produced? So answer should be hydrogen gas. But the question still continues. Write the chemical reaction when iron reacts with dilute sulfuric acid, H2SO4 diluted. So obviously Fe reacts with SO4 to form FeSO4 and hydrogen gas liberated. So The fundamental of this question is, what you have to remember, that when any metal added to dilute hydrochloric acid or dilute sulfuric acid, hydrogen gas is liberated, that we have studied in the previous lecture. Then the last question from page number 46, that what would you observe when zinc is added to solution of iron sulfate? What would you observe when zinc is added to the solution of iron sulfate? So I think, as per the reactivity series, look at here. The question is when zinc is added to iron sulfate. So when you add zinc to iron sulfate, so zinc is more reactive than Fe, so it forms ZnSO4 and iron liberated. So what is the observation? The observation is zinc is more reactive metal, so it displaces iron and it forms zinc sulfate and iron liberated. The color of FeSO4 is green. The solution of iron sulfate is green in color, and gradually the green color disappears. It indicates that zinc is displacing iron. So here is the end of all the chemical properties of metals with oxygen, with water, with acid, and with the solution of other metal also. Next topic will be about the reaction of metal with non-metal, that we will see in the next session. Till then, best of luck.